and washing and.
All right, so it's 7:05, so we can get started. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We wanted to welcome everybody, to our virtual spring walk and ride season. Hopefully, this is our last full virtual event season. Hopefully, it sounds like everybody is starting to get the vaccine and things are starting to go back to normal. And hopefully this year when you walk your way or ride your way virtually, maybe you could do it with a couple more of your friends and family. I am Carrie Braun, for those of you who don't know me. I've been with the chapter since 2019, my second go around. I originally started with the chapter in 2015. Left for a little bit, had a baby, came back. Thrilled to be back, thrilled to be here. Taylor, Michelle, Ruth, and Lexi are all on their call. They're all going to talk at various points, so I'll let them introduce themselves. But I would like to introduce, Jeff Klein, our executive director, who I'm sure most of you recognize, just to say hi, give a quick update. That is Jeff in his less casual clothes.
Well, thank you, Carrie. Where was that at? The celebration last year?
Yes.
Okay. Whoever put that picture up, I'll get you back. So Carrie was kind enough to invite me to say a few words, and it will be just a few words, because all the heavy lifting the engagement team will do, but my role is really just to say thank you. And that's obviously something you probably expected me to say, but in a year like we just went through, I can't emphasize enough how important the support of our faithful volunteers is. It helped motivate us. It helped support us as we all try to figure everything out. I'm sure you went through it in your own, if you're still working in your own jobs or just in your personal life. And we, hopefully 2021 will see the end in a lot of ways to the limitations that we've all been trying to manage. Just a brief update on the chapter, and I'm going to go through this really quickly at kind of a high level, and I invite anybody who wants to talk in more detail to contact me personally. But the long and short of it is that last year, we started off the year with a $6.1 million revenue budget, which was a modest increase, I think, from the prior year. And of course, when COVID hit, things went kind of goofy fast. And the board, in its wisdom, decided to address the obvious, which was that we were not going to make that budget, and they downgraded, if you will, our revenue budget to about 5.1. We ended up the year just beneath that target of about 4.8. We made up some ground with some of you know about the PPP loan. We did apply, we did receive it. We also had some angel investor gifts. There may be someone on the phone or the call tonight that supported that effort. Thank you very much. So the biggest news item from last year was that we had to tap into our reserves. Thankfully, we had some. There are many chapters in our country here, ALS Association chapters, that did not have that luxury, and really, ran into trouble. And the national office is now managing some of those chapters. So this was a serious issue for the ALS community because depending on where you live, your services from the ALS Association vary. We happen to be extraordinarily fortunate to be standing on the shoulders of leaders like Ellen, that most of you know, Ben Ornstein, who helped found this organization more than 4 decades ago, and many others throughout the years who have really built this organization to what it is today. And the highest honor I think that any chapter could have is, and it's happened to us on 3 separate occasions that I know of, it probably happened more, is that 3 different individuals with ALS and their families moved into our chapter solely for the purpose of taking advantage of the care services that we provide. I think that's a high praise. And again, it's all due to generous people that have contributed to us over the decades. So we hope 2021 will be better. We're hoping that towards the end of this year, we'll be able to have live events or hybrid events. We are going to be launching a campaign called the Bridge Campaign, which is designed specifically to help us make our budget this year and also to help restore some of our reserve funds. You'll be hearing more about that. So again, I'm so privileged to be able to say thank you to people on this call who have supported us through thick and thin, especially through last year. So I think that's all I have to say. I think it was under 5 minutes. Hopefully you won't get mad at me for taking up the time, but I'm going to say goodbye. I have an antipasto waiting for me upstairs, and I'm dying to eat it. So, feel free to get in touch with me if you'd like to on a personal basis. I'll be happy to talk. So have a great meeting, and thanks for having me, and hope to see you all soon in person.
Okay.
Thank you, Art. And I'm going to turn it over to Taylor.
All right. Hi, guys.
Hi, Taylor.
Oh, God. Hi, Jen. I haven't seen you in forever. For those of you who don't know me or haven't seen me running around at our events, my name's Taylor, and I have been with the chapter for 5 years now, I think. Going on 6 this September, I believe. So yeah, it's been a long ride, a good ride. But tonight we are going to be doing a icebreaker, I guess you would say. So we set up a trivia game. There's 20 questions and they're randomized. So they have to do with the Seaside Walk, the Hershey Walk, and the Ride to Defeat. So all of our spring events. I'm going to share my screen. Once that happens and I start the game, it will give you simple instructions to follow and log in. But if anyone has questions, obviously feel free to ask. So give me 1 second. Lexi, you have to enable it for me.
One second. All right, try one more time.
There we go. Okay. Can everyone see a blue screen? All right.
I'm really psyched, just in case anyone wants to know.
1 second. All right.
One night I'm wishing I would have brought my laptop home with me.
All right. So for those of you that are looking at the screen, you can type that URL in, and there will be a box that comes up asking for that game pin, which is the numbers. And then it will ask you to plug in your name. And once you're through that, you'll see your name come up on the screen, which will show that you're good to go.
We hit start to do that?
Yep.
So I have to get out of where I am and go to my website and like go back to Google somewhere.
Yep, you can do it on your phone. You can do it on Google, either one.
That whole long URL?
I don't understand.
Don't look at the top one. Just look at the screen. It says join at www.kahoot.it.
I
So we have
tried
to go-
that. I didn't
We have
like
to get out of Zoom then, or
No.
There I am.
And even if you guys so don't worry about the Zoom screen, because when you log in, you're going to be seeing the same screen as everyone. So you're going to see the questions and answers without the share screen.
Joan can do it. I have faith in all of us.
Who said that? I have 2 screens. So now it says you're in. See your nickname on the screen? I do. I'm Joan. That's
Yep.
all I get so far, right?
Yep. That's all. That's it for now until everyone has gotten on, and then I hit start on my end.
So I should announce that I will be doing a ride team, and I hope everyone joins me for my 65th birthday, which is in about May 2nd, in case anyone wants to know about it.
In other words, happy birthday on May 2nd.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We got it.
So we have another cocktail chatter that night?
Sure. On my birthday? 100%.
Can anyone sing?
This is my daughter's bedroom, who's like 31 years old, and it hasn't changed in 31 years. Sorry about that.
Is anyone still working on getting in? Anyone? Anyone? Everyone good? Thumbs up all around.
I think we're good.
All right. So when I hit start, it's going to come up with the question and then the answers, and you're just going to click on the corresponding one. So pretty simple.
Are we supposed to see
Trivia.
I didn't get a question.
Yeah, I didn't either.
It just said true or false, and there was a red block and a blue block,
So did it say true and false?
but there was no question.
It was on the screen. It was on the main screen.
It was back. I had to go back to the Zoom.
Now, Taylor, start reading the questions just in case.
Yeah, I can read the questions. That's
Right.
fine. So let's try this next one.
Hold on. What was the answer?
What was the question first?
True.
Can you
Bill
tell?
will tell you. So when you look at the screen and everyone inputs their answers, it has a check mark next to the one that was right.
Yes.
Oh.
But
Mine
my,
is
where's
Marcia
my-
have 869 and I only have 842.
So the scoring
And
system.
it's so obvious.
So the scoring system is based off of who answers quicker.
Joan, were you at the walk when the Sopranos were there?
So it was the Seaside Boardwalk and Mike.
What was the question? I don't even know where we are.
Okay, the question was true or false? Were the Sopranos, you know, the TV show, the HBO TV show with Tony Soprano, and they were the mob and everything? Were they ever at the Seaside Walk? It was James Gandolfini and Stevie Van Zandt and all those people who were on the TV show. And they did come because one of the people who started the Seaside Walk, his name was Mike Rubinaccio. Don't worry, I'll be quicker. And his brother had ALS, and Mike's nephew had a small part in The Sopranos. So they came in these black limousines onto the beach in Seaside Heights, and they signed autographs, and it was so cool. It was really, really cool. So like Tony Soprano, and it was just great. And remember the show Doogie Howser? You're all too young. So Doogie Howser, there was his friend was on The Sopranos, Max something, and Max was there. And it was great. It was so much fun. However, since that time, I have seen the Seaside Walk get better and better and better. Sopranos or no Sopranos. So that's all I have to say about it.
Okay. Question 2. Where was the question?
So it's just, what are you looking at right now?
I'm looking at, it says Scoreboard, Kahoot at work, but before I had true, false, a red and a blue, but no screen, no question.
Oh, okay, because it should
The
have,
question's on the Zoom. It's on the Zoom screen.
So you go
Not on
back
your
to the
phone.
Zoom and then, okay.
Yeah, but I didn't get any true or false on my other screen. I had nothing on my other screens. I couldn't click on anything. But it did tell me I was incorrect.
It
Oh,
told me I didn't answer because I didn't have a question. Taylor, as you can see, we're technology challenged on this.
I'm gonna try to,
Usually.
so instead on this next one, I'm gonna read it out loud.
Okay.
And then that way, for those of you who aren't seeing the question for whatever reason, you can hit the color that corresponds with what you think is the right answer. So give me 1 second and we'll give it a shot. So true or false, in 2020, the Greater Philadelphia Ride to Defeat changed its name. Blue is true, red is false.
no, I didn't.
So for those of you that can see the screen, the check mark is next to the blue. It is true. The ride did change its name.
I'll tell you why. Who can tell why the ride changed its name?
I can. I feel like I jinxed us. We became the Jersey Shore Ride to Defeat because it was confusing for newer patients and friends of the chapter. When they heard Greater Philadelphia Ride to Defeat, they thought it was in Philly and not down the shore at Wildwood on the boardwalk. We're starting and ending at the boardwalk, which is a really cool start and end point. So we changed it to the Jersey Shore Ride to Defeat and have not had it there since because of COVID. So hopefully we will make our grand return to Maury's Piers and Water Parks in 22.
And by the way, Taylor, I tried clicking and nothing happened, so.
Well, okay.
So
Can I
don't worry
just-
about
As a techno moron over here, and not that you're way smarter than I am, Amy, I can attest to that. I had to click not on the little Kahoot screen, but there was another screen if you like that you have to click on.
it. Okay, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I got it this time.
There are two things that come up. One is the thing that says Kahoot, and one is where you actually have to click. You don't click on the screen with the question. You click.
No,
on
but I saw a true, false. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
No, I mean I get it. It's
okay.
not intuitive.
No, but I mean, I clicked on where it said to click and it didn't. It's okay.
I was
Okay.
gonna say the only other thing I could think of is if
Don't
you
worry, just keep going.
log off and log back in.
I don't care.
I care.
Thank you.
All right, the next one is what famous Phillies baseball player who is now the Phillies ambassador managed the Blue Claws in 2012 and 2013? So red is Mickey Morandini, blue is Dick Allen, yellow is Kyle Kendrick, and green is Ryan Howard. The two people got it right. I'm interested to know who did.
Who got it right?
Wasn't me.
It looks like Joan and Marcia.
But Mickey Morandini and his wife Peg have been huge supporters of the chapter for a long time. The Lakewood Blue Claws is a baseball team, and the Seaside Walk had to move to Lakewood for a brief period. Who can tell me why they had to move from Seaside?
I can. but
What
it's-
happened in Seaside to make us go to the ballpark, which was a great venue, don't get me wrong. It's
Hurricane Sandy.
What?
Hurricane Sandy.
Yes, and the Boardwalk was destroyed, so it took a long time to rebuild.
Right.
I feel like I'm talking too much, so if it's really bothering you, just say, Joe, shut the F up.
All right, next question. Where is the Greater Philadelphia office located? Red, Bluebell, blue, Philadelphia, yellow, Valley Forge, and green is Ambler. It is Ambler. We didn't think anyone would know.
I knew, and I was clicking and clicking, but it didn't respond.
No, this was our curveball.
Did you ever watch Jeopardy and there's always some poor schmuck who can't get the clicker to work? That's not you. I always thought if I were on Jeopardy, my clicker wouldn't work and I would be having a connection. I would be like, oh my God, I know the answer and it's not working. This would put me in the lunatic asylum. Okay.
My gosh.
When I started at the chapter over 23 and a quarter years ago, our office was in Bluebell. Then we moved to Fort Washington, and then we moved to Ambler. But before that, it was in Norristown, in Ellen Phillips's family's. They made dental products, and that's where we had a little desk. But I wasn't there for that.
All right, Joan, I'm cutting you off. We're on question 4, and we're going to be here till 10 o'clock.
All right, no more, no more.
All right. Let's see. So, 2019 marked which anniversary of the partnership between Maury's and the chapter? Red is 10th, blue is 20th, yellow is 15th, and green is 5th. Was the 20th?
Was. Joan, got any commentary on it?
No, she's not allowed.
Did you mute her?
I did not mute her.
Joan,
But
you're
she is
muted.
talking. All right, on to the next one while she's muted.
Marsha, you have the highest answer streak.
What family chaired the
I am
first?
deliberately answering incorrectly because it's not fair.
All right. Which family chaired the first Hershey Walk? The Schultzes, the Zimmermans, the Morys, or the Rose family? Oh, that was tied.
I didn't get it on time. I keep trying to touch my screen.
Marsha's killing it.
So funny.
Name both of these men who are longtime Hershey Walk participants. Red is Rick Rittenhouse and Randy Walker, and blue is Bobby Brown and Phil Lewis. Music drives me insane. Ah. Hey, everyone.
Hey. That was a cute idea that they did for their virtual walk with all the streamers in their garage.
Yeah, that was
I
fun.
never saw that photo.
All right. What year did Lou Gehrig bring national and international attention to ALS? Red is 1938, blue is 1937, yellow is 1940, and green is 1939. $1939. I thought I would get some people with that one. Oh, Joan.
Well, I don't know what the prizes are, but if I win, I'm gonna donate it to the person I like best who's playing. So I'm back in
So you're playing favorites, is what you're
No,
saying.
you have to donate it to me because I can't play.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
You're my kindred spirit with that clicker on Jeopardy. I got it.
I think the term was poor schmuck.
All right, next question. Who is the family who started the ride back in 2000? Red is the Frank family, blue is the Smith family, yellow is the Maury family, and green is none of the above. That was me and my non-creativity because I couldn't think of a fourth answer. It was the Frank family. Ren and Marsha are just like back to back. All right, Matt Lee plays what instrument to kick off the Seaside Walk? Bagpipes, or I cannot pronounce that.
Wonder what it could be.
Apparently they're very similar. Does anyone know how to pronounce that?
No.
Ukulele pipes? I don't know. All right. Where's my clicker? What is the name of this team whose star was an advocate? Road Spin Warriors, the Rose Petals, Cycling for a Cure, or Spin and Tonic?
I know what that
All right,
means.
so I know that it's not Spin and Tonic, but I think I just named Joan's birthday team.
What? I had to come up with like a cocktail one. Yes, Rose Petals. No order change there. What is the name of the town where the Seaside Walk takes place? Ocean City, Wildwood, Seaside Heights, or Toms River? This is a trick question, guys. Yay! That was an easy one. Joan actually sent me a picture to use that was the map of Seaside Heights. So I changed it to a boardwalk because I thought at least we're not going to make it a dead giveaway. All right.
I just feel so badly for Amy. I mean,
She's going to get a consolation prize. That's amazing. What is the current name of the Hershey ALS Treatment Center team? Red, Clinics for ALS, B, blue, Best Care Anywhere, yellow, we are in this together, and green, one step closer. Nice. Harry, you made it. True or false? The Hershey Walk has always taken place at the Penn State Health Millen S. Hershey Medical Center. Mouthful. Blue is true. Red is false. I feel like everyone got it because that was very quick answers.
can I do a little plug for the Hershey Walk here? Look what I got in the mail today from Let Hope Grow. This is a bunny rabbit tissue box. I think it was $20. It arrived perfectly packaged with a box of puff tissues. We're not talking BJ's tissues. We're talking puffs. And my daughter, one of my daughter's nickname is Bunny. So this is her Easter/Passover present.
Very cute.
And you can all order something similar if you go to the Let Hope Grow page for the Hershey Walk. I effed it up. What is it, Laura?
It's teamlethopegrow.com. That's our website.
And Laura, do you make those?
Oh, heck no. No, I don't. I wish I could do something like that, but I'm not talented that way. I bake.
Oh, okay.
Lisa Walker, whose husband is Randy
Yeah.
Walker, who's living with ALS. She made this.
Yeah, we have candy sale going on right now. We have that. We have masks with the Let Hope Grow logo on it for sale. And I'm getting ready to have dog bandanas that are hooked on a collar, a couple other things with our logo on it for sale,
Oh,
and a popcorn sale coming up.
I don't even know what they want. All right. Almost done. True or false? The Seaside Walk was once held in a different location, which I guess he gave that away earlier. Blue is true, red is false. Everyone got it. Another true or false. I randomized these guys. Mitsubishi, which I might have said wrong. I always say it wrong. Farm America develops Radicava. Blue is true and red is false. Unable.
There's a reason why we asked you that. Because they're one of the sponsors of the National Walk Program, Mitsubishi Tanabe Pharma America. So, in case anybody wanted to know that.
Fun fact.
I'm full of them.
Yeah.
I have no life.
True or false, the ALS Philadelphia chapter puts on 7 walks to visit ALS events a year. Blue, true, red, false. Sharon, spirit fingers over there. Where was the first, wow, typo. Where was the first Hershey Walk held? Red, State College. Blue, Harrisburg. Yellow, Allentown. Green, York. Should have made these harder.
Can I ask, I had a really trouble. It was held on City Island or something in Harrisburg, but I don't remember the name of the baseball team that played at the stadium next to there. I'm counting on my Hershey people to tell me.
It's the Senators.
Thank you, Michelle.
Yeah.
The
All right.
Harrisburg Senators?
Yep.
This is fascinating.
Oh man. All right, last question. Which patient staff member has been with the chapter the longest? Red is Ann Cooney, blue is Melissa Kaw, yellow is Elisa Brownlee, and green is Blair Old Pierre. Yay. Now you get a podium. Mel's in third place. Marsha. Joan. You stole the stage.
No, I really didn't. I'm giving my prize to actually, I'm going to leave it up to you, but definitely a patient family or someone whose life has been affected by ALS. So that really narrows it down.
Yeah, on this call, that narrows it down, Joan.
Maybe the second place winner. I don't know.
All right. That was trivia. Yay.
All right, yeah, so we will be sending prizes to our top 3. Besides, and Joan can choose who she sends hers to.
Okay,
Well, I'll
prizes
be in
are
the
not
office on
necessary.
Wednesday.
Prizes are not necessary. It was a lot of fun. Thank you for doing that.
You're welcome.
I only did it for the prize.
So next we're gonna go into Facebook fundraisers. So my name is Lexi. I started last February. So I'm really excited to be back and see all the creativity for more virtual walks because everyone did a really great job last year. So a little bit about Facebook fundraisers, a great way just to kind of let your friends and family know online, quick way for them to donate and just keep spreading the word. And just increase awareness and raise money for your team. So I'm going to kind of walk through both for a walk and ride. It's really only different in the beginning here in terms of getting to your participant center. So first, just make sure you go to your walk or ride to the ALS website. And then for a walk on the top right-hand side, you will see the word fundraise. And you can just select the word fundraise to access your participant center. And then for a ride, once you get to the Ride to the ALS website, just click the login button on the top right-hand side, and then you'll be redirected to your participant center.
Wait, I'm doing this. Are we in a huge rush? Because I'm doing this as you're saying this. So you have to register first before you can do
Yes, you have to be registered first. So once you're registered, you can.
So I'm going to create a new team. Okay.
All right, we're not going to do this in real time with you, Joan,
Oh,
but
okay.
you did do this for the walk last year and you had a lot of success.
Right.
For Ziggy Zoo.
Yep.
So I have a question. Have last year's participants been sent an invitation to sign up and do it again this year?
Yes.
Okay, I was a participant and I've received nothing.
Nothing?
No, if I hadn't been in a leader position and you send me things about some of these get-togethers, I would have no idea we were having a walk or ride. So if you could check to see where I'm missed.
Yeah.
I'm worried that my people may not have gotten it either. No one has said a word to me about it. So
I just want to say one thing. I know for a fact that I have issues with ALS email going to junk mail right away. And it gets missed a lot. Sometimes I have to go looking. When I know we've sent an email to everyone that's participated, I'll find it in my junk box.
okay, thank you. I'll check there.
And if you have Gmail, you can also check your promotions because sometimes like folder, because it gets stuck in there sometimes.
Okay.
Not sure why, but that's where it gets stuck sometimes for me. So
Yeah, but we'll take a look because
yeah.
I know like we've increased the number of emails we've been sending, thinking that, we know that some will just get lost in the shuffle, but nothing is worrisome.
Yeah, Joan, I got something and usually I don't. And I'm going back to look and see when it was, but a note did go out about the ride. Two months until the ride went on March 15th, it looks like. That's when
Yeah, and then once people register for the event, then the communication you get changes.
No, that was, but this is before. I haven't registered yet.
Yeah, I'm just talking about getting people excited about it to register.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The other thing too is the follow-up from last year, just following up with the people who did ride and all that, because that gets them motivated to ride again this year in terms of the incentives and things like that. But
For sure.
And one way to get the incentives is if you have your Facebook fundraisers, because I know that increased like a lot of people's team goals last year and the amount that they were making. So once you register and you're at your participant center for a walk, once you're on your dashboard, there should be a little section with all of your information and your fundraising goals. And then you can just scroll down until you see this little blue banner that says reach your goal faster. And then underneath there, there's a white button that says connect fundraiser to Facebook. And then for Ride, it's similar. Once you get to the overview section, you should see like a similar blue banner, but it says raise more money with Facebook. So then you'll just click on that connect fundraiser to Facebook button. And then you'll get this little pop-up browser and you'll just kind of connect to your Facebook account. It'll ask, you know, are you okay connecting it to your Facebook account? And you'll click OK. And then you'll be prompted to personalize your fundraiser, and you can go through, fill out your story, share why you're walking or riding. And then once you customize all of your information, you can hit create Facebook fundraiser. So now you're all good to go. The next step is just to customize it on Facebook if you want to add a picture or anything special like that. And you can just hit go to Facebook fundraiser on the blue tab. So then you can edit your fundraiser once you're in Facebook. They did change this a little bit this year, so there's a little edit button now, so it's a lot easier to find right next to your goal. So you can just click the edit button and you can add your own photo. Just scroll down to the end and add a little, next to the plus sign, you'll see your picture. You can either upload your own or select one from your current Facebook photos. So you can kind of go through and customize all of that. So then once you save all the information, you can click the save button at the bottom, make sure to do that. And then now you can share it with your friends and family. So on your Facebook fundraiser page, you can click the share button. You can share it with groups or just on your main Facebook page, or you can send a personal message to someone through Facebook to encourage your friends and family to donate. I did go through this kind of fast, but if you have any questions, you can send me an email. It's just Lexi, Lexi, at alsphiladelphia.org. Now I know a lot of people kind of started to have Facebook fundraisers a lot more last year. So does anyone have any successful stories that they want to share with, you know, if they tried it last year for the first time and it went really well? I just kind of wanted to open up to see if anyone wanted to share, or I know Michelle had a story from one of the Hershey walkers that she wanted to share as well.
Yeah, I'll just go really quick. And I know that we are sending out these instructions when people register, but if you really need these instructions, we can always, Lexi or whomever can forward this to you. And I just want to say that one of the teams and walkers from Hershey that is not very technical savvy, does not understand, she's just not very technical savvy. Actually, we sent her the instructions last year, and without any help from myself or anybody, she was able to do it. And when she did it, and within, I think she said within 2 to 3 days, she raised like $3,000 from her friends and families. So it's just a real easier way to raise funds. And you don't need to, you know a lot about computers, because we do have the instructions, and she was able to do it. But we will walk you through it. If you have any issues, like Lexi said, you can contact her, of any one of us. But I know she was very successful, and she was going to talk about it, but she just wanted to let everybody know that it does work. And she sent it out to all her contacts. So.
Yeah, and I'll just add, I had a team that they did their second walk last year for Lehigh Valley. And the first year was the first year that they had just lost their family member, and the daughter was pretty involved in the walk, but the mom had kind of not gotten very involved. But this last year, being home, she started sharing her story a lot more on Facebook, connecting with people. And she was one of my highest fundraisers for the Lehigh Valley Walk. And her first year in the walk, she really didn't reach out to too many people, but she posted multiple times, just kind of a heartfelt plea to family and friends. And as much as everybody was hurting last year, through, you know, the people that could give, gave, and she raised an incredible amount of money between her and her daughter on Facebook. I think they were like $10,000. So, and they didn't do any other kind of fundraisers. It's me now. So this is the second year for doing the ride or walk your way. We just try and encourage everyone to come up with something unique to do, to share it on social media, share with your family and friends. Hopefully this year you can have a little bit bigger groups, meet together, socially distanced, more people are vaccinated. There's so much you can do. You can just track steps for a certain amount of time in your house. You can walk around your local neighborhood. You can meet at a park. You can go to the beach and walk. People have done so many interesting, we love the videos we got last year and the photos of what people were doing. People were creative. They found ways to do it. If you're doing it as a team and you're going to activate your team, encourage everyone to register. We know it's the registration isn't as big when people aren't going to a real event, but it's really important for us to track how many people are actually out there doing this, supporting this, and wanting to show why they're walking and tell their story. And if they register, then they get the easy links to social media. They can tell their story, they can email their friends, and the fundraising does go up. And that is the goal, because these funds really do affect our services greatly. It allows us to continue to serve our families. And really walking your way means, yeah, we have a walk date, but you can walk anytime. And we're going to give t-shirts right through the fall, I think, for all of our events. As soon as people make their goal, there's no cutoff, there's nothing. You can do all kinds of things on your walk. Make sure you wear your keys. You can hang them around. You can tell people. And I had these done for cutouts last year. These are the keys that we send people, but they were also available. I sent them to a lot of my teams. You could cut them out on cardboard. I did it myself at home, and you can hang them around your property. They're a great way of letting people know. And we have the signs that are going to be available again to put in your yard while you're walking, order or riding. Order now while you can, and have them ready to show people what you're doing and decorate up your property, your driveway. And chalking your walk. You can do things on the sidewalk. You can do things in your driveway, wherever you are. Make a big area saying, I'm starting here, I'm walking for ALS and why. Create a poster of your family that you're walking for, your loved one. Just share everything that you do and with us, especially, so we can share it on our social media, but just let your family and friends know why you're doing it. I have had people do really nice videos. We had a couple in Rehoboth where they put together a really nice video that we shared in the opening, just talking about why they're doing it and showing what they were doing to support it this year and all the fun that they were having, trying to make it as much of a walk for them as possible. And we are here to give you suggestions and ideas. Just reach out to us. We will help anything you need.
I butt in just with the chalk your walk, because I had saw somebody do something that when they were chalking their walk like a square, they actually asked friends and like families where they work, donate like so much money and they decorate a square. So I heard that as something that people were using as a fundraising thing, is they would chalk their walk and support your whatever, and they would donate to that. So just throwing it out there.
Yeah, you can get some, you can be really creative. There's still ways to let people know what you're doing, even if you can't get together with everyone at the walk. And, we had teams last year from all of our walks that they did get together. They had, groups of 10 or 20, and they socially distanced, they wore their masks, they walked really far apart, but they got together. And I think this year it's a little safer to do that with more and more people being vaccinated. So
this page that we're seeing on the screen.
Yes.
Where is that?
We can send it to you.
I can send it to you. We can send it after.
It's not on when you sign up to be a captain or you sign up to walk, and it's.
Well, we have a walk book that it should be up online and we will send out, and it does have information. It may not be as succinct as this, but we can easily create this page and send it out and make it available.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, I think I'm next. The walk in the box, I know a lot of, we did it last year, but we are expanding the walk in the box. And it's,
Yeah, so we didn't do ride in a box last year, and we are this year.
yeah, so I was gonna say, yeah, it's not just walk, it's also ride this year. And we also are expanding it. It was to all participants, so you just don't have to be a team captain. It could be anybody that raises $1,000 plus will receive a walk or ride in a box. It's going to be similar to last year, but we're going to throw in some new little goodies for you all. So just certain things to look forward to. As you can see, is, you know, we had the temporary tattoos. We have the cowboys, the cowbells, sorry, not cowboys, hand clappers, different things that you can, you know, go out and when you're walking, so everybody can see what you're walking for when you're outside. We'll have the bandanas again, a starting banner, chalk goes to what Ruth was saying. Pennant flags that you can use in your yard. They're smaller, you can walk with them. And there's so much more stuff that we're going to be including in those boxes. And along with the boxes, I think we're going to, at least the week before the event, you can still get your box. And we are, like Ruth said, with the t-shirts, we are extending the deadlines for different things. So because I know there's a lot of teams that May 15th, you're not going to be able to walk or ride. So a lot of teams in the summer or early fall are planning their own walk your ways. So you still can get a box throughout the fall until the end of the year. So I just didn't want you to think once May 11th or May 15th hit that you won't be able to qualify for a box. You still will be able to get a box. So so I just wanted to let you know about the walk in the box. And I think unless anybody, this pretty much sums everything up for the evening. Now we just want to open it up. If anybody has any questions, if anybody wants to share any ideas or what you're doing, please feel free. So we're just going to open it up to everybody now. So anybody chime in, we're here.
So I'm going to need help. Lexi, what is the best time and day to reach you? Lexi's the person who could really walk. Well, everybody can, but that's not fair for me to say. For the I generally, who should we contact if we're having trouble, like we need help with the Facebook fundraiser setup?
For that, if you want, you can contact me or your walk manager or ride manager. But if you want to contact me, that's fine. I can happy to answer any questions with that. Again, my email is just Lexi, Lexi, at alsphiladelphia.org. And for you, Joan, anytime.
Okay, just stay on the call after. I'm kidding. No, I mean, I know every walk. I know Carrie can help you with the ride and the Philadelphia walk and all that, but you know, I just don't know the best time to approach everybody. Thank you.
I mean, always get back to you.
Okay.
Else? Yeah.
Anybody else?
I have a quick question. Is there a contact that we can, if we wanted to purchase ALS products to use as thank you gifts?
Yes, that would, Taylor, that would be you, correct? She's muted. Yes, that is Taylor.
Okay. Very good.
I know personally my team won't walk one.
If you don't have her contact information, you could talk to anybody and we'll get you to the person you need to be.
Okay.
Good question.
Melissa, did we cut you off?
You did, but I decided it wasn't that important.
Were the, what do you call them, premiums or prizes given out last year to the ride people?
So because you're not getting the emails, I apologize that you don't know this. So we ordered the ride incentives at the end of the year. But because of the pandemic, it's like the vendors that we use, it just is taking a lot longer than we thought that they would. So the first two tiers, so the neck gaiter and the socks, Taylor, correct me if I'm mistaken, they should be in finally this week, but then we're still waiting on the shirts. So we're going to start getting those out once they come in. But yeah, we thought that they were going to be in pretty soon after the new year, and they were not.
But weren't there also some prizes that when you had that once a week challenge or something? I don't remember when it was.
The Grand Slam challenge, yeah, they were the bandanas that got sent out. Did you not get yours?
No, haven't got anything.
All right.
And I don't think anyone on my team's got anything, but I don't know that anyone, if you had to do the whole thing to qualify, or if you had, weren't there like 4 different levels of incentives, of prizes?
Oh, for the ride, yes.
No. I'm talking for that Grand Slam thing.
No, it was just the one. It was to do 4 things for the one prize.
Okay. Yeah, then I'm not sure if anyone else on my team qualified, but no, nothing yet. And how were participants getting T-shirts last year? Are they doing that this year?
So we did not do T-shirts last year. I am doing it this year.
Okay. Because that might be something, if you get that for just registering, to send it out as people register, then so that maybe they'll wear it when they do the ride. If that's the intent. If it's not something for just to send out.
And Carrie, if you need help packing any of that for distribution, give me a call.
I will, thank you. Yeah, Taylor, I should have asked you before this. There have been no more updates on those between the end of last week and this week, have there?
No, and like everything's ready to go. Like we have the list, we have the sizes, we have the dresses, we have labels, like everything has been ready to go for like a while now. But yeah, what Carrie said, like with the first 2, they'll be coming in. And then with the shirts and the jerseys, the production has just been seriously delayed because of like, especially the jerseys, because of the cutting and the whatever they do to make it look the way it does. It's taking a while. So I'm hoping to get them by mid-April.
And I'm sure you're all hoping they're not going to cross over so that you're doing 2 ride years of prizes at the same time.
Oh yeah, we talked about that last week.
Yeah, because we
What a
sort of
nightmare. Awful. So yeah.
Question.
Hopefully we get them out soon. Melissa, you have your hand raised.
I do. I'm trying. I thought I'd try it this way. I never got a shirt for last year, even though it said that I was going to get one. Are these the shirts you're talking about? Or are you specifically talking for the ride shirts? I did the Hershey off.
No, but we were sending out walk shirts at the end of the year when USPS was kind of crazy.
Okay,
So-
I never got mine. So I didn't know. I thought maybe that's the ones you were talking about that were delayed. I got the email asking for a size and then got nothing.
All right.
And you wouldn't be the only one. I had people like that with some of my stuff that went to Rehoboth area, and they were sent, but they never arrived where they were supposed to arrive. So
I'm still waiting for my Christmas cards. Not kidding.
Yeah,
I got my
Stopped.
Christmas cards that Joan mailed me the beginning of December to mail out after New Year's.
yeah.
And
If there's
I'm-
sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, if anyone else on your team, these are the walk shirts from 2020. If anyone else on your teams hasn't gotten any, let us know, because we were sending them out. Our goal was to get them all out by the end of 2020. So we, really pushed the first 2 weeks of December to get all of these walk shirts out. And then
Who am I sending it to? Because I'm actually have it on my phone right now, and I'll just forward the email I'd already sent.
send it to, are you Michelle? Are you Michelle? Or are you M. Rogers? This is for the Hershey Walk, right?
Correct.
Yeah, just send, it's M Rogers. It's confusing, but yes, it's M Rogers. ROGERS.
Why do I have you in my thing as Michelle?
It
Okay.
either it'll come to me either way. It's a long story. I won't.
M Rogers at ALS Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've
There's been a couple. We had some take a long time. I've heard like some that took a long time, some that arrived pretty mangled. Yeah, it was. We didn't help USPS in the beginning of December. If we had known what it was going to be like, we would have waited. But by the time we were hearing stories about things being really backed up, they were already gone.
Gotcha.
I can just say USPS has problems well beyond anything. We have a really hard time here where I live getting mail. Like some days we only get mail 3 days out of the week. And I've called the postmaster and said, why? Well, I don't have people to run every route. So I'm just picking routes or rotating them. Like, that's insane.
I had an answer.
I got an answer, but it's insanity. Yeah.
Your tax dollars at work.
Uh-huh.
I want to show you one of the things that I did have made up for that we're getting for the dogs to wear. We're wearing masks this year instead of t-shirts. Our masks are made this year to match our t-shirts from last year. So we did that instead for our team. But we also did this for the dogs. And then this is our Let Hope Grow logo thing that we have. Or you can flip it and put it on this way, and it says ALS.
Very nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Love that.
Well done.
Yeah.
And for anybody who doesn't know me, you might know my team because we're Stormy's troopers. So we're the stormtroopers that walk at Hershey.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sitting here going, who's Melissa? Who's Melissa?
I realized I never really said that. Yeah, we're still a fairly new team, so we're still growing. We unfortunately last year I lost mom, so a little rough this year, and actually it was just a year ago Saturday, so we're still
We were the Blue Beacons and Ruben's Raiders, which would be Lisa. But since we took the support group, and anybody who wanted to make one big team out of the support group is what we did. Of course, that was the first year was last year, and we all walked separately and did our own things. Well, no, we actually did. We all did this pretty much the same things, but it was weird because we couldn't be together like we thought we'd be one big team.
Well, we will probably be walking on the 29th of May this year. Unfortunately, May 15th is graduation at college, so I'm a little involved in that, just a small, tiny bit. So, yeah, we're actually doing 4 different graduation ceremonies that weekend. So that weekend is completely out. So we're going to go 2 weeks later, which actually is would have been my mom's 80th birthday.
Oh,
so we're going to do that as a memorial for her.
Melissa, what college are you affiliated with?
I'm Elizabethtown.
Okay.
So
we're not walking until September 11th.
Okay.
So
yeah, we walked last year. We walked on the day of the ALS walk, and we were so sad because it was raining like you wouldn't believe. It got so wet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did pick a tree lined path, but it did not help that much.
One thing that I was able to do last year is because it was virtual, I was able to get people to join our team who didn't live locally. So that's something some of you may try, just it expands it. It's obviously more people to raise money, which is the bottom line. But I had people who, rather than donating to my ride, they signed up.
I had walk teams in the state of Washington, Wisconsin, and New York that they signed up since they didn't feel like they had to be at the group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can remind them that there's always a virtual walker option.
Yeah.
Because I've used that with some of my family and friends who are out of state. like, hey, if you, I know you guys can't be here, but if you want to use the virtual walker, you can still sign up as part of the, as a team member and virtually walk. So
So you've had virtual, are you talking about just for this year or in the past?
no, and like from the first year, that was an option. I don't know if it's still an option, but I know the first year when I signed up as a team captain, when I signed up as the walker originally, it also offered the virtual walk option.
So it
Yeah,
wasn't
it's
just
always there.
COVID related.
Yeah, virtual walker and rider is always there.
I think
It's
it
one of
was
those things I think we didn't really pay much attention to
Yeah.
before.
I think it was easier last year because nobody was going to a location.
Mm-hmm.
And I got more people say, hey, I'll walk.
Yeah.
Since we can do it in our area and stuff.
Yeah, we had a lot of people excited about being able to get family and friends that they can't get to go to the walk, to walk in their neighborhood for them, you know, that it did work out that way for a lot of teams.
Well, I had people in the neighborhood walk that don't usually do it because they'd have to go to Hershey or whatever, but they.
Yeah, you have to go somewhere and make a different commitment.
Yeah.
Yeah, way back in the day, Marcia had a Philadelphia walk around her neighborhood. It was freezing, I remember.
Yes.
And we walked. Why did we do that? It was great.
Because Greg was no longer able to get up early in the morning and get down to the stadium. It was too complicated for him. So my friends and relatives said, well, we're doing a walk anyway, and we're going to go up and down your block. And they did. We had 100 people. It was great.
It was really good food, that I remember.
We did have good food.
So everybody on this call is here because you're a super committed group. I mean, it's amazing. And I'm just trying to think of ways to help promote. I'm thinking ride right now because that's what I'm doing. And I'm open to suggestions. Social media is certainly one way. Putting a sign in front of your house is certainly a way. I just really don't know what to do.
Some restaurants will offer a donation for every plate that, you know, and you can actually advertise it that way. You can get a restaurant that's willing to like donate funds as a fundraiser for you. You could have a night that benefits ride.
I remember California Pizza Kitchen does that. Maybe I don't know.
There's actually a lot of them that do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can get a list of them in your local area you can find a list of those that will do that.
Assuming things really open up more.
Yeah,
I'm hoping in the next couple months, things will get better.
Kind of hard to ask restaurants to donate anything at the moment because they're just barely holding on.
Yeah, but if my friend would get the barbecue chicken salad that night if I said go there. So it actually brings business to the restaurant. I mean, I love your idea. I'm not trying to contest it. I want to do your idea. I just
They work well.
Actually. It could bring people to their establishment too. Maybe.
Anybody else have any questions before? Lexi, is our Zoom gonna quit on us in a minute?
No, I extended it, so we're good. I didn't want it to like end.
I played that game. Had so many freaking Zoom meetings in the last year, as I'm sure all of you have.
Yes.
I love seeing everybody. I'm sorry I don't know all of you. I wish I could get to meet you.
Oh, normally the walk day is the day that, you know, you start to put faces to names. So it's strange to not have a year of that.
We're also doing about 8 weeks worth of virtual bingo this year too. We did it last year too. We made quite a bit of money off of that. We're gonna do it again.
Played virtual bingo. It was fun.
I would love that. I got to figure that one out.
Oh, it's fun, Joan. You will have a blast.
You will
It was
see.
fun.
You will see the advertisements on my Facebook site. So
When is your first one?
it probably won't be till I'm gonna say June because I'm going on vacation in May. Yay! I'm so excited. I'm going with my mother, not my husband. And I'm just kind of looking forward to going away for a few days.
If there's anyone who deserves it. It's you, Laura.
Huh?
It's you. So Catherine Dombeck wants to know if she's going to be able to see what she missed later on.
Yes, we recorded this, which I almost apologize for. But
Oh,
yeah,
you didn't get our permission ahead of time.
no, so it's mostly the presentation.
It's fine.
So we will send the presentation out and yeah, it'll be available if you missed it. We'll send an email to everyone because there are a couple folks that RSVP'd, yes, that we did not see. So we'll send an email to everyone with the recording of it for their reference. Because, you know, if you want to go through the Facebook things, all that stuff, we're not going to post it anywhere.
So Joan, you can go through step by step as they said it in the recording. You can pause while you do each step.
Said that.
Alyssa, she's already caught on to you.
Oh, well, I just really want Lexi to do it for me. You know, man, I am the worst graphic person. I just tried to upload a new picture of myself to it is a disaster. So we'll figure this out.
I work as an event technician at the college. I'm used to working with everyone, so it's all good. I get what you're saying. I have people, like if I'm just not there, standing there waiting, telling them exactly what to do and pointing to what they need to click, it's really hard for them, and I get it. It's just not your forte.
We have a running joke in the office because she makes it one that she can't figure out a text box. She's the only person I know in 2021 who's still putting text box in documents, but she cannot do it. It was like the first thing she asked me in 2015 when I started was, do you know how to do it?
Asking. I send things over, I'm like, help. Anyway, what a great group. I'm going to shut up. Thank you.
Thank you everybody for joining us. If you have any other questions, we're going to look into, let us know if, you know, you should have gotten a shirt, you haven't. You're not getting emails. We're looking into some stuff. Joan is doing one last pitch, Laura, for your tissue box fundraiser. It's beautiful. Everybody have a good night.
Thank you for
Thank
doing
you.
that.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.